A very big hello to all my special students of DRS International School. And today I have decided not to offer you any kind of a guided meditation. Today I would just like to have a heart to heart talk with you, considering the fact that today is also the last day of our summer break and how all of us have been faring during this lockdown, lockdown come extended lockdown. We had lockdown and then 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and now the lockdown has been extended up to the 30th of June also. So it goes without saying that all of you will be studying from home and we teachers will be teaching you from home. And yes, the platform of education is going to remain digital for a long time to come. So, having said that, I thought it is time today to have a special conversation. A conversation based on what I am observing around myself these days when it comes to students and my students, especially. So, students, lockdown is a great time and a not so great time for some people. Well, let's talk about the positives first. It is a great time in many regards. And one of the respects because of which it is a great time is because you get to eat so much of lovely, delicious, nutritious home cooked food. Your mom, your father, everybody is trying out different dishes and recipes, and you are the one who is benefiting from it the most. So you have different recipes coming up, and your moms are coming up with different recipes each and every day. So is your father, probably. So there is so much good food to eat at home. You don't have to step out and go into restaurants or order from takeaways. Everything is available right inside the safety and comfort of your homes. So you order for this or you order for that, and there it is. Somebody or the other in the family is turning into a professional baker or a professional chef, and that's a great thing for you because you get to eat so many lovely recipes, so many lovely dishes, and all these dishes, having been prepared at home, are also very clean, hygienic, and healthy for you. So that's just one of the many benefits that the lockdown is offering to you. Second benefit, of course, is this platform of digital education, which ensures quality of the content which is being dispensed to you, the quality of the content which is being sent across to you through all the different digital media, and you get a chance to study everything once again from the comfort and the safety of your bedroom or your study room or your living space. So, just two of the very many benefits which the lockdown has to offer to you, and how our lives are not getting affected in a negative way, and how our lives are not becoming halted or compromised in any way because of so many digital platforms which are available to us, because of technology which is available to us. We are able to continue living our lives as normally as we can. Having said that, a lot of students are also going through phases of depression, low self esteem, low self confidence. And that starts to happen when many people associate their sense of self worth or self esteem with the work that they do. There are many people, a lot of people who are into different professions, professions which are not being able to find an outlet on a digital platform. Many people who are thorough professionals and they would like to associate their sense of self esteem with the work which they do, with the society, with the service that they lend out to society through their career or through their profession. Those are the people who are now finding it hard to build a strong sense of self esteem because they have always been in the habit of equating their self confidence with the service that they do for their society through their work. Such people are finding it very hard to build a sense of self confidence during the lockdown. So, what can we do? What can we do when we go through these phases of low self esteem and low self esteem, which can sometimes also lead to or pave the path to depression and feelings of negativity? And when these feelings and emotions of negativity tend to pile up, it can lead to depression, which is frankly speaking not a good thing to happen during the lockdown. So, I have been experimenting with myself and I have been doing a lot of things during this lockdown apart from conducting online digital classes for all of you. And amongst the things which I have been trying out for myself and have been experimenting with myself, I came up with a list of therapies that all of you can experiment with or all of you can try out. Because I believe that these therapies may sound or look very simple in the very first go. So, at the very first look, they may appear to be very simple, and you might think, oh, how is this going to work? But trust me, these are highly effective and powerful therapies, and take it from me. Yes, they do work. In case I forget any of the therapies, I decided to just, jot them down on a piece of paper quickly so that I don't miss out on any therapy. And these are all which are tried and tested by me during the past 2 months, and all of them were super effective, super powerful for me. And I hope and I wish that they work out for you as well. So, the first therapy is cooking therapy. And this applies to everybody, boys and girls, irrespective of gender. First of all, it is high time that all of us step inside the kitchen because Indian kitchens are highly imbalanced when it comes to gender participation. So, this therapy applies not to just the girls, but it applies to the guys and the boys who I teach as well. And I'll tell you why it is a therapy. Because when you start thinking of cooking and when you start thinking of what to cook today, aaj kya banana hai, you don't have time to think negatively because you only have the time to create something or produce something. And when you have to think about creating something, it can only lead to positive thoughts and emotions because creation cannot happen with a negative thought process. So you start thinking about what to cook today, and then you start making arrangements and preparations for it, all the pre preparation which goes into the actual cooking part of it. And cooking eventually leads to a creation. It's a very positive thought process, a thought process which eventually leads to a creation. It may not be as delicious a creation as a professional chef's, but whatever you prepare for your family with love, with hope, with a lot of excitement, eventually turns out to be good. It is not bad. And when you serve that thing, when you serve that dish to your family is going to love it. So the anticipation of the preparation of the final product, the anticipation of all the positive or the mixed reviews and reactions which you are going to get from your family, all of this leads to a lot of excitement and positive, happy emotions. So, cooking has been a very effective therapy for me, and although I am no professional chef, I am only capable of preparing a chai for myself or the khichdi, but the very act of cooking or the very act of pre preparation, the very act of getting things in order, the very act of getting all the ingredients together, cutting the ingredients or chopping together the ingredients or putting all of them together into a pressure cooker, all these small, small acts have been very therapeutic for me during this entire lockdown. And I hope that this is going to work out for my students as well, for all of you. And a little bit of cooking here and there for your family shows that you care for them, that you love them. So, cooking is a great therapy not just for you, but it also gives happiness to your entire family. Try it out today. The second therapy which I have is cleaning. I believe cleaning is the basis of all the therapies that exist out there. When you declutter your room, when you clean your room, you mop and sweep your room, you don't just do a service for your household or your family, but you also declutter the space of your mind. It has been scientifically proven. A cluttered room is directly proportional to the mess or the clutter in your mind. It leads to a lot of mental confusion. So, the more you are in the habit of keeping your own room clean, the more you are in the habit of cleaning your household, whether it be sweeping or mopping or brooming or dusting, whatever you take part in, as far as your daily daily chores are concerned, as far as your daily household cleaning is concerned, the more it leads to less clutter in your mind, and you can have a more focused and a sharp mind, a mind which can concentrate better on your studies and your immediate or short term or long term goals of your life. So get in the habit of cleaning. Start with your own bedroom, then move on to the living space, and then the dining area or the drawing room. Help out with the cleaning of the bedrooms of your parents and your grandparents or your siblings also. So, cleaning is a great therapy. And cleaning not just leads to a decluttering of your mind, and it not just leads to a more focused or a concentrated mind, but it also gives you a sense of self respect, self confidence, and self esteem, because you are eventually contributing to doing something positive for your home and your household. You are contributing to the betterment of your household. And when you contribute through a task, when you contribute through your own hands, in this case, we are talking about cleaning. So, when you contribute towards the betterment of your household through the simple act of cleaning, it leads to the development of more respect for the household that you live in. Because up till now, you had maids who were taking care of the cleaning, all the dusting and the mopping. So you did not have to think about it. But now the maids are also not working anymore, and it's usually your parents who are busy morning till afternoon just cleaning the entire household. So now, when you contribute to the cleaning of the household every day, of course, apart from developing a stronger sense of self esteem and self confidence because you are now capable of taking care of your household, apart from the very fact that you are taking care of your household, apart from that fact, this simple act of cleaning also leads to the development of a better sense of self esteem because your self esteem is directly connected to the service that you do in the society. And you might not be actually moving out of your household and moving into the society and serving them, but charity starts at home. So when you serve your household, and maybe you are not able to serve the society, but that's okay. When you serve your very home, your very household, it leads to the development of a better sense of self esteem. Trust me, it happens, it is scientifically proven, and it will happen to you as well. And not just a development of better sense of self-esteem. When you serve your household, when you help out your parents, even they develop a better and a stronger sense of respect for you. You will earn more respect from the members of your own family when you help them out with their everyday day-to-day chores. Your parents, your mom, your dad, everybody will think more highly of you. They will develop a stronger sense of respect for their own child when that child decides one day to step up and help out his or her parents. So start doing that. Cooking and cleaning. What do we have next? Reading. Get into the habit of reading. Most of the students from the primary section of DRS International School already know about my love for reading. I'm a voracious reader. And I have been reading all kinds of books that I have in my household during all these days. Get into the habit of reading. It calms your mind, and reading has the power to transport you into any fantasy land that you want to go to. So it can be Enid Blyton, Famous Five, Secret Seven, Mallory Tars, St. Clair's, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, stuff like that. Whatever genre that you have more pleasure reading in, go for it. Paulo Coelho, probably. Maybe you are more into spirituality and self help. Go for such books. Lucky are those who have reading material to read, because there are many people who are ardent book lovers but who don't have content to read during the lockdown. So reach out for that book which has been lying on your study table. And by reaching out for the book, I mean the actual book. I'm not asking you to go to Tinder and download online books and then read them on your phone or your tab. No. Reach out for a proper, conventional, old fashioned book and start reading. It is one of the most calming and de stressing activities. It is a great stress buster, students. And you will be transported either to your childhood when you had the time to read more and more books, but now because you have grown up and because of your studies, you feel that you cannot take out more time for reading. Now is the time to read up and get transported back into your childhood days where there was less stress and lesser responsibilities. Or just pick up any book from your favorite author and start to read. At the same time, I would also like to suggest that don't be too picky or too fussy about reading. If I have to read, I will only read Harry Potter. If I have to read, I will only read books from this author or that author. Don't be so picky or selective. There is beautiful literature all over the world from all the wonderful, highly talented writers. So explore the writings from different kinds of writers. Writers from the medieval era, from the Renaissance period, or the modern age writers. J.K. Rowling, of course, is one of them. Or go for the writers from the medieval era like Guy de Maupassant, famous French authors. So many beautiful works have come out from the famous French authors. One of the stories which I can suggest to you in this very video is The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. Such a beautiful work of art. Such rare human emotions captured together in the form of a simple story. You will fall in love with the French authors when you read the story The Necklace. Explore different kinds of literature belonging to different genres. Reading is one of the most relaxing therapies that you can indulge in during the lockdown. It will not just relax you, it will also enhance your vocabulary, जिसको आप हिंदी में शब्दकोश बोलते हैं. It will give you a better command of English. I'm talking about English right now because English is a global language. It unifies the whole world, and you will require a strong command of English, not just in school and college, but also once you go out into the corporate world for a job or any field of profession that you choose. English is more or less required to communicate because the world is becoming more and more global, and you will come across people from different countries who may not have the knowledge of Hindi or Telugu. English is the first and foremost binding language for people of different races, different cultures coming together. And the world is becoming more and more global and hence more and more beautiful because we have different people coming together and getting unified together to work together to create this world a better place. English is the language which you will need in the future, and you want to have a strong command of that language. Read more, enrich your vocabulary, enhance your vocabulary, improve your grammar, improve your punctuation, and develop a good, strong command of English through the act of reading. The next therapy which I have is music. Without a doubt, I don't have to explain it. I'm a music lover. So listen to music or sing music or play music, whatever comes to your mind. One of the most relaxing, energizing therapies, makes you really happy, takes you on an emotional journey, whichever emotion you want to explore in that particular moment. It can be sadness, it can be lamentations, it can be happiness, it can be sensuality, it can be adventure. Whichever emotion you want to feel and experience in that particular moment, just play that type of music. Just play that particular genre of music, and ta-da, you will be transported into that world of emotions. So it can be rock and roll, it can be pop, it can be hardcore rock, it can be soft rock. There's so many genres are there. There can be Indian classical, and there can be soft romantic music as well, the typical pop music of the 90s, which we had. And then you also have genres like trance, enigma. Think about that. So listen to music, become a music lover. Just plug in your headphones and transport yourself into a world of magic and music where nothing else exists but your thoughts and your feelings and emotions. And allow yourself to just let go. Feel free in this world of music. You will find that it is a very, very effective therapy for relaxation. Next is writing and sketching. So, some of us are writers. I love to write. Start writing, whatever comes to your mind. You do not necessarily have to transform yourself into a professional author during the lockdown. Whatever your feelings are during this lockdown, whatever you have been feeling or going through, some of the most innermost, raw, honest feelings of yours, it is high time that you start writing about them. And you don't need to write just to be able to show your writings to somebody. Keep it to yourself if you want to. Writing does not necessarily mean that you have to share it with the world, does it? Keep it with yourself. Or sometimes after writing, for some of the people, not all, sometimes you may feel like sharing your thoughts and emotions through your writings with somebody. It can be your mom, it can be a confidant, it can be a best friend. Share your writings with them. Let them know about them if you feel like they are trustworthy. Never ever share your writings with people who you can't trust, okay? You want the person next to you or in front of you, whoever is reading your writings, to be able to respect your emotions and feelings. So become a writer just for yourself. Pen down your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. Writing is a great release. It helps you to lighten the burden in your heart. There are some of you I know who are introverted by nature, can't really go out and talk about your feelings and emotions with anybody. You are the ones who need to start writing for yourself and to lighten your load, to make your heart light and feel happy. Whatever your feelings may be, they may be happy feelings, anxious feelings, not so happy feelings, angry feelings, feelings of insecurity, feelings of fear. Whatever it is, children, I want you to start writing it. And then, if you want to share it with somebody, by all means, do that. But if you don't want to share it with anybody, keep it to your heart. Just read it. Writing in itself is a release. It is basically nothing but an outpouring of your emotions onto paper through the medium of a pen. So you don't have to share these thoughts and feelings with anybody later, also. The mere fact that you are writing reveals something about you, and that is that you are outpouring. There is a generous outpour of your emotions onto paper through your ink. And later on, if you want, you can just tear those pages apart or just burn them. Because once you tear those pages or you burn those pages, it means that your feelings and emotions have also evaporated into thin air and they have disappeared. Whatever you were holding in your heart in the form of a burden has now been released through the act of writing and tearing the pages apart or burning them in the fireplace. So, right. And some of you are, as I have been told by the art teachers of DRS, some of you are aspiring artists. So, if sketching is your thing, start sketching. because sketching can be quite enjoyable and quite relaxing as an activity by itself. So, writing or sketching, whatever is your jam, just go for it. Next on my list is gardening. Now, I am not personally fond of gardening, but during the lockdown, I did take care of a couple of aloe vera plants in my garden. So, I decided to go for gardening this time during this lockdown. And I realized that the very fact that I was taking care of a couple of aloe vera plants made me feel very secure about myself, made me feel very positive and happy about myself. I started to feel very energetic. I started to feel more hopeful and more positive, started looking forward to taking care of these aloe vera plants. Because the concept of cooking applies to gardening. Anytime you create something or you allow something to grow, anytime you create or you help something grow through your activities is an act of positivity. Because no creativity can arise from negativity and nothing can ever grow out of negativity. So, the same principle of positivity applies to gardening as well. When you see your plants grow and become bigger and bigger with each passing day, it is an act of positivity. It is creation after all. The plants right in front of you are becoming bigger and bigger. Isn't it creation? And all creation is a direct result of simple acts of positivity. And that simple act of positivity with your hands leads to positivity in your mind. It is as simple as that. So, gardening can be a jam for quite a few of you out there. Next, we have gossip. G for gardening and G for gossip. Every once in a while, gossiping with your friends is not a bad idea. It has been backed by science. Talk to your friends, gossip with them, have a laugh with them, chit chat with them, have long conversations with your friends every once in a while on the phone. Or you can have WebEx or Zoom meetings with them. And don't talk about work. Don't talk about serious issues like homework and internal assessments, which are coming up in this month later on. Just chit chat with them, gossip, idle talk, have a hearty laugh with them. Gossip about this issue or that issue. Just have that kind of a talk, okay? It is not just girly talk, even guys can do it, and guys should do it. So, guys and girls, gossip with your best friends, have a great laugh every once in a while, have a great candid chit chat with your friends. It is therapeutic, it releases your stress levels, it is a stress buster of all times. Nothing is bad about gossip as long as you are not being mean or conniving or shrewd or cunning. Okay, so don't badmouth anybody, don't backstab anybody, don't talk bad about anybody behind their back. There is a difference between gossip and deliberately talking bad about somebody behind their back. So there is a fine line between these two. Understand that difference and just follow that. As long as you can maintain that fine line between innocent gossip and deliberate bad mouthing, I think that you should be good. Gossip, and then we have a therapy which actually works, might seem to be a very stupid therapy in the beginning when I talk about it, but it is not. Crime. There is nothing wrong in releasing your emotions through the act of crime. Crying is the most pure human activity, and this activity leads to the release of all the pure emotions in your mind and in your body. I hope you know, and I keep telling this to all my yoga students at DRS International School about how deeply the body and the mind are connected to each other. So, when the body feels negativity, it is a result of the negativity of the mind. And when the mind becomes more and more laden with negative thoughts, it is the body which has to suffer. So, crying is basically one of the greatest tools to release all the tension which is trapped in your body. And this tension gets trapped in your body because of the tension of your mind. So, crying helps to release all the stress from all the joints, all the shoulder joints and the hip joints, the neck, the jaws, any place of your body which is more susceptible to holding stress. All that stress in your body gets released with the act of crying. And once the body relaxes, the mind automatically relaxes because, according to yoga, and I keep telling all of you, there is a deep, deep connection between the body and the mind. So, when the mind is stressed, so is the body, and vice versa. When the body is relaxed, so does the mind become more and more relaxed. So, cry. Guys and girls both. There is nothing wrong. If you have somebody you can trust, you can just cry to them. And if you don't have somebody you can trust, you can just cry with yourself. There can be times when emotions can become overwhelming, and it is very, very bad and painful to suppress those emotions. Just let them out. Next, we have silence or meditation. Meditate every day for 15 to 20 minutes, and I have been helping you out with your meditations every day, and most of you have been benefiting from them as well, as according to the feedback and the reviews which I have been getting from my students regarding those meditations. I know that most of you are benefiting on a daily basis from those meditations. And if you are somebody who is not the meditating kinds, then just silence. Just become quiet. Close your eyes and just be silent. It does not take much to be silent. Spend time with yourself. Enjoy your own company. Just don't talk to anybody for some time during the day, every day. Have internal conversations with yourself. Introspect. Self analyze. There is so much you can do with the time that you have with yourself. Silence teaches us a lot about ourselves. It makes us deeper individuals from the inside, and the more deep we go within ourselves, the better understanding we have of ourselves. So use this time to become more and more silent. Sometimes in human relationships, also, my dear students, silence speaks a lot more than words ever can. Trust me, try out silence in your life. It will make your life and your relationships more meaningful. And then we have a very interesting therapy, which most of you will agree with, cartoon therapy. Let me start with myself. I love watching cartoons. Tom and Jerry, Scooby Doo, and Popeye are my favorite. What are your favorite cartoons? Write about them in the comment section down below of this video. And watch cartoons because cartoons have this power to just transport you back to your childhood. And they have this power to solve all your current day problems, all your present day problems by first taking you to your childhood. One of the best and the most relaxing and the most entertaining therapies out there. Watch cartoons if you want, okay? Find Nemo, whatever comes to your mind, just watch cartoons. All your present day troubles can be sorted within a snap of a finger by getting transported back to your childhood, back in the day when you used to watch and enjoy your cartoons. I do that, so should you. Highly effective, take it from me. And then we have the last two therapies which I kept for the end. My two most favorite therapies. First is chai therapy. Now I call it chai therapy or tea therapy. Tea, of course, I hope you know what tea is. It is a beverage, it is a cultural, traditional Indian beverage. Tea. Tea is a great gift to the entire world from India. Or if you're a coffee person, you can call it coffee therapy. You know, drinking chai in itself has been considered to be a meditation by itself. We call it chai meditation in yoga. Just grab your cup of chai or your mug of coffee, take it in your hand every day, Prepare it with love by yourself. Don't ask anybody else to do it. And just keep the hot mug or the hot cup in your hand. And just with every sip, keeping your eyes closed, enjoy the aroma of your chai or coffee. Take the aroma in. And once you allow this aroma to percolate through all the cells and tissues inside you, allow this aroma to stimulate your senses. Take a small, gentle sip of your chai or coffee. Swirl this chai or coffee in your mouth. Allow the taste to percolate through the taste buds, through the inner vestibule of your mouth, inner cheeks, inner palate. And then once you have enjoyed and savored the total 360-degree taste of that sip of chai or coffee, just gently swallow it. Allow it to trickle down your food pipe. It is such a great, effective mindfulness meditation. It makes you more aware of your present moment. It makes you enjoy a simple act of drinking chai or coffee. Never ever drink your chai or coffee in a hurried state when you are working or when you are busy, you are in a rush. Children, I want you to learn the art of enjoying your chai or coffee. And I'm talking to the senior students, especially right now. Chai and coffee is not for the primary kids, so let's just skip that part. And this actually applies to the parents, all the parents also, the lovely parent body of DRS International School. Each day, I promise you that if you enjoy your chai or coffee in the morning by just sitting down quietly in one corner, closing your eyes, enjoying your chai or coffee sip by sip, relishing its aroma, relishing its taste 360 degrees, trust me, you will become a happier individual. You will have more energy throughout the day. And at the same time, you will become more conscious, more aware, and more mindful of this present moment. So, chai meditation. Start following it, and trust me, you are going to see results. Last but certainly not the least, and the most important therapy, gratitude therapy. Feel thankful for the goodness in your life. We may be in a lockdown, we may be in this together, we may all be suffering through the negative loopholes that this lockdown is offering. But there is a lot of good which has also happened, a lot of good which has come out of it. Time to analyze ourselves, time for ourselves, time to pursue so many hobbies and passions which we were not able to do so far. Time to spend with your family, your parents. So much time to do activities with your family, activities which help in developing deeper bonds with your family. Time to self introspect, time to self analyze, and time to become better individuals. Time for all the delicious and nutritious lockdown ka khana, all the dishes which our parents and grandparents and siblings are preparing, elder brothers and sisters, developing into professional bakers, discovering professional chef like skills within them. So many people in your very own family who are coming up with new and new recipes each and every day, feeding you with such wholesome, delicious food, which is coming not from the outside but from your own home kitchens, students. So much that you can do at your homes right now, and I have given you so many examples already, and there can be more. Time to build human relationships, and time to build that most important human relationship with yourself. Time to fill your own cup with happiness, gratitude, self confidence, self reliance, and dependability. Because once you introspect and once you analyze yourself, you can build a better and a more long lasting and a more fulfilling, more positive relationship with yourself. And once you build that relationship with yourself, you can work upon yourself to become better individuals and better human beings. So that your soul cup, your cup of your soul, becomes fuller and fuller and fuller, fuller and fuller with more positive attributes and more qualities, qualities which I just mentioned, qualities of love, of understanding, of compassion, of self confidence, dependability, self esteem, and above all, quality of humanity. And once you become better individuals, you can focus on bettering the lives of others. You can only pour into the cups of others when your cup is full. So, this is the best time to build a beautiful relationship with yourself, a beautiful, everlasting, never ending, permanent relationship with yourself. There is so much good that you can do during this time of lockdown. And therefore, this is the time to feel gratitude and thankfulness for all that we have. We should feel gratitude for all this time that we have because time has suddenly paused for us because of this lockdown. And now we have the time to focus on ourselves and chisel ourselves, shape ourselves into better human beings. So, time to feel more and more gratitude. Gratitude for this time which is available to us for making ourselves better human beings in the society so that we can make the lives of many more around us better and more meaningful. So, students, having said that, this is my top list of therapies which you can start trying out for yourselves during this lockdown. Time for me to wrap up this video, but before I do, time to sanitize myself, and I hope you're doing the same. Always keep a hand sanitizer by your side and keep sanitizing yourself from time to time because lockdown 5.0 has already started and it will continue till the 30th of June, and it is our responsibility to keep ourselves at home and keep ourselves safe. And we can keep ourselves safe by using these sanitizers on a regular basis. So keep yourself safe so that your family members can stay safe. Stay home, stay safe, and I am going to see you tomorrow for the very first digital live online class post your summer break 2020. Till then, enjoy the very last day of your summer break. Rest well because this is a time to get ample rest and boost your immunity. And all of us will get ready for an adventurous and a highly fulfilling and definitely a most productive academic year of 2020 to 2021 starting tomorrow onwards. So let's all gear up for that. I am excited. Are you excited? I sure am, and I'm sure that all of you are excited for the upcoming academic session as well. And having said that, on that energetic note, let me wind up this video so that I can meet you all tomorrow morning for my very first digital online class with my students of DRS with the same energy. With the same energy that I am leaving you today, I want to catch up with all of you with the same or maybe more energy. All right? But definitely not less than that. So give me the same energy tomorrow or more. Work on your energy. Let's kickstart the very first day of our academic session 2020 to 2021 tomorrow with boundless energy. And trust me, we will come out of this together. We will beat this lockdown together. Stay home and stay safe. Love you all.